Hi, I'm Chuck Davidson with Avid Technology. 2014 has been a very exciting year for Avid. We're celebrating 25 years of innovation. In 1989, Avid launched its first nonlinear editing system to the market. So it's only fitting that 25 years later, at NAB 2014, we announced to the world what will become yet another revolutionary product to our industry. Before we talk about that, why don't we address some of the dynamics that we face as an industry and get into how we got to the point of this exciting announcement. We live in an increasingly digital world. The demand on accelerated digitization of assets has put a strain on our industry. Technology is being pushed to its limits. We've lived in a world where historically broadcasters, the content creators, could dictate or would dictate how and when consumers would consume the content that they created. But today, with the current technology, this has shifted. End users, consumers are now empowered to consume content in a variety of ways never before seen, putting a significant impact on our ability as technology vendors to deliver the workflows to support this demand. There is a relentless pressure being seen in the industry on these manufacturers to find creative ways, innovative ways to reduce the overall cost to achieving this workflow, at the same time improving the monetization of the assets that they create. Our CEO, Luis Hernandez Jr., actually came to us from the finance industry. He had sat on the board of directors for Avid for 5 years prior to coming to Avid. And during that period, he was CEO of a financial manufacturer called Open Solutions. One of the things that he did upon his arrival to Avid is he evaluated and compared the financial industry to the media and entertainment industry. And one of the compelling facts that he found is, as he compared it to the finance industry in which he came from, the top 10 financial tech vendors represented 50% of the market share in his industry. Coming over to the media and entertainment industry, that he saw a difference where the top 10 broadcast vendors only represented between 15 and 20% of the total market share. One of the underlying facts to this is we've recognized that our customer base is spending 25% of their budgets just trying to connect the technologies that make up the workflow to achieve the delivery of content to the consumers. If you look at our historical value chain, you'll see it's very linear. Manufacturers such as Avid focused on specific areas which we highlighted here. These are areas where we had expertise. The creation of tool sets that fit the void within the value chain for things like post-production. With the new digital age and the fact that everything has become a digital asset, what you're seeing is a new value chain evolve. An integrated fluid chain with connect points in the center unseen before. And what we're doing, or what we're experiencing, is seeing the create side be connected to the monetization side. And we're also experiencing areas of new demands, such as collaboration enablement, rich indexing. Consumers have put more strains on content creators to understand the types of contents that they want to see. So in turn, the complexity of managing this type of data has really challenged the technology part of our industry. We need to find new ways to deliver rich content consumers actually want based off the data we now have access to that tells us what it is they need. As a media professional's perspective, the delivery of high quality content has never changed. Content creators' #1 priority is to deliver the most rich, highest quality content technology has to offer today. What has changed is the demand for integrated workflows, seamless and faster ways to collaborate using the current technology designed to efficiently create and distribute the content that ultimately is meant to be monetized by our consumers. Because we do live in this digital world, unlike the days of tape, we have to put more emphasis on protecting these assets. From a content creator's perspective, this represents dollars. These are things that they're looking to monetize. They're things that they are creating for the viewing public. So the demand for technology to improve around this area as things become more open, more accessible, is definitely putting a strain on our industry. And finally, what types of partners are going to be able to address these challenges in our industry? Clearly, the industry is looking to proven industry leaders, those that have had a history, a legacy of developing integrated, innovative technology over the last 20 plus years, somebody like Avid. So at NAB 2014, we announced to the world our Avid Everywhere path. At its most basic sense, what Avid Everywhere achieves is the ability to connect those that create content to those that wish to consume it, to ensure that the process of creation to delivery is efficient. It accounts for the monetization and the tracking of these assets, at the same time not diminishing the quality expected by our consumers. Our path forward starts with the announcement of the Avid Media Central platform. It's the one point within the ecosystem that allows a single user experience to access the power of the platform. When you look at Media Central platform, it's really broken down into 4 areas of focus. First is the media services. This is the area in which, as part of a network, you have your search capabilities. You have your media playback to any device that consumers would prefer to use, whether it's a tablet, a smartphone, a workstation, or laptop. And it's also where you have access and control on sharing these assets across the network. We've also introduced a connectivity toolkit. This is an exciting time for Avid because we are looking at this from an industry's perspective, and we understand that there is best of breed technologies that other manufacturers bring to our industry. What the connectivity toolkit does is allow them to share in the overall ecosystem of the platform, certifying technologies that will work within this Avid solution. The orchestration engine really controls the automation, the flexible resource allocation of how you deploy assets, where they go, in what format. And then finally, the user administration configuration. It's the single logon experience that gives an operator access to the complete ecosystem by just a simple user experience that we've become accustomed to in virtually all applications we use on a daily basis. When you start to look at the solution stack that makes up the Avid Everywhere path, you first have to start with the Media Central UX. This is the area or the layer in which the average consumer would be accessing the platform, or those that create the content. Things like your smartphone, your laptop or workstation, regardless of operating system you may be on. It represents the hardware, the laptop, the tablet, the PC, and obviously the network in which you're accessing the content through. When you start to break down the physical solution stacks that make up this ecosystem, we start with the Artist Series. This is a series of products that we've been developing for 25 years. It's the creative tool sets that our industry professionals use every day in the creation of the storytelling that they deliver to the consumers. Your nonlinear editing systems, your audio editing systems, your audio notation, character generation, any tool available to our creative professionals that help deliver the rich content you see as a viewer. The media suites. This is at the heart of the new digital age. This is the area in which we develop technology that focuses on managing these assets, the metadata associated with the content that's being shot, how you manage it, how you archive it, how you search and index it, tagging the metadata, all the various ways in which you as an operator or a creator need to control and categorize and manage the assets that have been shot at the productions level. And finally, the storage suite. an area in which is at the heart of everything we do. These assets need to be stored, archived, they need to be played back, they need to be ingested. This is the technology layer that focuses on those key components that make up this ecosystem. And then again, finally we end with the Media Central platform, that one user experience that connects all of these pieces into one experience. We recognize the importance that our customers have a variety of needs. There are some creative professionals that want to create content and publicize them to the world. We've created and have enabled access to the public marketplace to achieve this. So anywhere in the world who creates an asset that they want to share, whether that's for monetary purposes or for the sheer joy of developing a content to share with the world, the public marketplace gives you that path to connect those that create to those that want to consume it. In contrast, we have the private marketplace. Clearly, these are for more of industry standard companies that create content that's more proprietary, Disney and ESPN. Global in nature, but still closed from a marketplace perspective, in which they're really looking to control the distribution of it and protect it via their private marketplace. And finally, all of this technology being supported by an industry leader in technical support and services, Avid Technology. The first thing you'll note as you start to identify specific products that make up this environment, this is technology that's shipping today. This is not a vision, this is reality. If you take a look specifically at the breakdown of each of the solution stacks, you'll recognize products that are shipping today and have been shipping for many years. Media Composer, Pro Tools, industry standard creative tool sets that creative professionals have been using over the last 25 years. Media Suite technology, Media Director, Media Distribute, products that are preeminent, customer bases are using as we speak, have been deployed, and have been a proven solution for this market. And then the storage suite, the ISIS family of products, evolved over many years of development and has become the industry standard for shared storage. And once again, all connected through one user experience on the Media Central platform. The other exciting announcement at NAB was the power of choice. We recognize the demands our customers have on and their needs as to how they want to purchase and use our licensing as an example. Media Composer now has 3 specifically different options for purchasing the license. The perpetual way, something we've been doing since the beginning. Activation code, dongle based, a single license dedicated to a single platform. The floating license is something we announced at this past NAB. This gives institutions, as an example, an educator, the ability to deploy licenses in lots of 20 or 50 to a lab environment, allowing administration capabilities to determine who's accessing the software when, how many licenses are being in use, and controlling that. Understanding as one user enters and another leaves, you still have a certain number of accessible licenses that an operator could log into. And finally, the subscription model. It really doesn't matter. Do you want it for a month? Do you want it for a year? We give you the flexibility to decide based off the types of projects you may be working on. Avid's in a very unique position to spearhead such an initiative. We've been a proven and trusted industry leader for the past 25 years. We're not new to bringing innovative technology to the marketplace. We have a history of being open and integrated. A lot of people in the industry perceive us to be closed, but the reality is we have over 2,000 media asset solutions worldwide, making us the largest media asset manufacturer in our space in the world. We are employed by those that have a history of being on the creative side. So users, people like you who have worked in the field, worked in broadcast, worked in post-production, now are employed by us to help us deliver the types of technology that you're demanding each and every day. And when you look at our preeminent customer base, it's the most recognizable media companies in the world. And finally, we are celebrating 25 years of heritage, of innovating technology, and delivering the best of breed solutions creative professionals use every day. One exciting fact is we do have a proven heritage. 200 patents currently today, with 10 new patents being granted and another 18 pending approval. We have proven over the last 25 years that we are a leader in innovation, and this new announcement makes us yet again an industry powerhouse that manufacturers and partners and customers around the world are looking to help shape this future of the media and entertainment industry. But that's not it. We made another exciting announcement at NAB 2014. We do recognize the need for change from a technology perspective, but that need continuously is changing. Our industry is continuously evolving. Our CEO found the need that this industry, our industry, needs to have an ability to come together, create an association, have people that have a vested interest in the direction our industry is going, give them the forum to have a voice for change. So at NAB 2014, we announced the Avid Customer Association at our Avid Connect event. This is just not your average association. We put the disciplines in place that make this an association that will have a true impact on where we go as an industry and how we shape this going forward. As you'll see, we structured this very much like a normal organization. We have an executive board of directors. We've created advisory councils, which specific charter is to focus on areas of pain points that we know exist today and bring industry professionals together to help address those needs. Regardless of geography, anyone in the world can have a voice in this association. As you'll see, one of the first things to note, there's not a single Avid employee represented on the board of directors. This association was created by Avid, but it's managed by you. We sponsor it. Our goal is to have our customer base, our partner base, be the ones to see this thing move forward and to ensure that the goal is to have the collective group within our industry want to participate. You'll see at the outset, our board of directors are the who's who of this industry. Executives from Fox Networks, the head of the Olympics, you name it, most of these individuals are probably recognized around the world and respected because they're part of the most influential media companies in the world. The inaugural event leading up to NAB was a huge success. Our expectations going into the show is that we had hoped to have at least 500 people attend, actually 800 people attend, and we far exceeded that goal. We had over 1,000 participants represented by 43 countries. An amazing turnout that created a lot of buzz even once we got to the show. The feedback was incredible. The overall response is that we've once again delivered a technology and a vision that's going to revolutionize this industry. So the one thing to note as we close, the ACA is just beginning. I encourage you to go to the avidcustomerassociation.com website, join the association, become part of our future as an industry, and we'll see you at NAB 2015 at the next Avid Connect. Thank you very much.